All right, man, back again.
Welcome back.
What are we going to call this, man? I don't even know.
Honestly, that's a good question.
Continuation of the Fill Your Cup podcast.
Yeah, like truly pouring up and filling up the cup.
Right, man. Right.
Overflowing. We're overflowing. This is the overflow. Because, we filled the cup, and now we have a ton left over. Ton of unpublished episodes. Yeah. This is the overflow.
Yeah, man. If you haven't checked out the Fill Your Cup podcast, there are episodes out. So go check out those episodes and let us know if you'd like to see the rest of those. If you'd like to hear the rest of those episodes, we'll drop them.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
So,
love to.
But back again, it's your boy, Professor Ill Will, sitting down with the legendary digital marketing master, Tyler's Wellness.
I appreciate you, bro.
Of Tyler's Wellness and Modern Digital Group. Yeah, we're just posted up here at Eden Cafe, sipping some drinks, and just we're just about to catch up with each other, honestly, for this first little part.
Yep. Talk about we call this the reflect portion. Basically, as busy individuals, you're running your business, I'm running mine, and then we're all over the place. But we're still in the mastermind together, right? We find that having a time when you come back in a group and share what you've done to accomplish your goal this week and the progress that you made, the ups and the downs, you grow deeper as an individual quicker. And so we do these reflects, talking about what we did this week and such before we move into a refocus where we pick a goal and work on that for the next week. Honestly, this week for me has been pretty packed with a lot of stuff.
It's good, busy.
Oh, yeah. I'm going to say some of the fun, some of the interesting things that I did. I took time and personally changed my brakes.
I did see that on Snapchat.
Yeah, that was fun.
I was like, oh, shit, he's going in.
Yeah. So, I got quoted for how much it would be to get, brakes and rotors if I went all in and got all four all around the car at the dealership, and they're like $1,500.
Jesus Christ. Extortion.
Right? And then I'm like, okay, I know car people, I know guys who do their own stuff. I'm going to ask around. So I asked around, and I end up saving like $1,400 because all I got to do is buy the brakes, rotors, and a guy a box of beer.
Okay. Who was that? The boomer who helped you?
Yeah. No, actually, so my friend just walked me through the process. That's about it. I did it all. I did the work, but
he was just there, do that and do this.
Yeah, just to make sure I don't die, mess things up. And then I ended up not even needing the rotors because obviously when you go to the dealership, they're trying to sell more things. They're like, oh yeah, you should probably get these. He's like, he looks at him, he's like, bro.
Yeah, these cords are messed up, and you need to replace your whole suspension. That's going to cost you an extra $5,000. Matter of fact, why don't you just give us the car and we'll give you another car for $30,000 for another car.
Sounds great. Signs the dotted line. So that was pretty awesome. Technically, it's just you could have forked over the money. It's whatevs, but I didn't want to, and I wanted to learn the skill, and now I know how to do it, and I am pretty confident in doing so. Maybe next time I'll need it, just watch a quick refresher video, but it's like riding a bike now. It's the skill, taking the wheels off, just doing all the process, it'll come back to you as you do it. So I did that. Here at Eden, we went to Swing and served up some free lemonade and coffee for the community, which was really fun. I also had...
I have a question, though. Do they drink the coffee at nighttime? I imagine people are still drinking the coffee, though it's fucking 7:30. They're just free coffee.
Wired. So we actually... Well, what's interesting about that, we thought that people wouldn't, right?
Yeah.
And we had this event prior to starting to do these where we bought decaf coffee to the event. And people were like, where's the caffeinated coffee?
We want caffeinated coffee.
And it's 9 p.m. And we're like, why are y'all drinking caffeinated coffee at 9 p.m.? So now we're going out here to these events. And the first time we had some decaf. And then someone was like, well, I don't want decaf. If I'm going to drink coffee, I may as well have it have it caffeinated.
Yeah, I guess so, right?
So I was like, okay. So now we bring the caffeinated coffee out, but we bring the lemonade for a alternative option. But people out there drinking,
They're still slamming it.
they slam
Can I
it.
get another cup? 9
Yeah.
o'clock.
Yeah. You know, and not discriminating. We even give some of the coffee to the homeless. They come out, so we'll pour them up to some cups and, just giving it away.
Absolutely. Nice, dude. Okay,
So,
yeah, continue, man.
Yeah. So, and so from there, we did that, served the coffee. I had one day where it was like I had 3 different clients I shot for. And it was just like crazy. A lot of work we were doing, back to back to back. And then I've worked out every single day with Mike this week. I had one day where I burned 2,300 calories. This week, in the last 7 days, I've had 2 days where I've burned almost 2,500 calories in a single day. One day I did the workout with my buddy Mike for like 2 hours. I walked around downtown for an hour and a half, and then I joined Tiff's class at Purpose Training Studio at 5:30, and we did more legs.
It's
after
like
I
3
did
workouts.
Yeah.
3 a day.
Yeah, it was ridiculous. I was just like going in. Just like as I'm doing these like things, it's getting easier too. So I'm like literally doing forward lunges and then side steps with squats in between all around the Planet Fitness outside down here and up the hill.
Oh shit, that's a steep hill.
Yeah, that's a steep hill. Just lunging. And then this big diesel dude did 20 steps, and he was like, damn, I was doing 20 steps and I thought I was doing it hard. You going all the way up the hill? I was like, yeah.
Oh, he was with you, or he was just out there doing it on his own too?
Do them. I was like, okay. Oh, yep, we just going at this. So it was fun. I'm recognizing the effects of just consistently going every day and hitting volume a lot. Stuff that like is all functional movement is just super easy. If I got a squat to pick something up or whatever, it's like, I don't know, I feel like a robot.
Yeah. Really emphasizing the form. That's important, man.
So, other than that, so physical health's been good this week. Business has been great. Relationships, talking to people, hanging out, having fun. At one point, I went out with some friends. I think it was Saturday. The bars are closed, and we go to the hookah lounge, hang out. Then we're leaving, and we hear all this noise.
I saw that. It looked like a late night.
Bro, it was 3 a.m.
Yeah.
And
So you said you heard all this noise, and then
the Blue Bridge, let me tell you, from side to side, all the way thick, was full of people just partying.
Yeah.
Like, this is 3:20 in the morning, and I'm like, what is this?
Yeah. It looked like it was on blocking them, man. Looked like the whole gang was out there.
I could not believe. Yeah. I was
like, okay, Tyler getting his taste of culture and the GR culture. Soon you'll be able to say you're from here, man.
It was definitely a fun time.
Yeah.
I was like, I cannot believe this. And then after that, I'm going home, and had some more events to do the next couple days. But that's pretty much been the week. Just like a whole lot of business, whole lot of fitness, and a whole lot of random things.
Absolutely. Yeah, it's good, man.
Thank you, bro.
Yeah.
How about you?
For me, it's also been a good week, man. No complaints.
Heck yeah.
Where can I start? What do I do? I've been pretty consistent working out, just like doing my calisthenics training, stretching, running. Went for a run today. I'm not gonna lie though, it's been tough. As you know, I've quit caffeine.
Yeah.
And I don't have the same energy level as I used to. It's like I have a nice smooth energy level, but the intensity is just not there. Like I'll do handstands. It's like, all right, after a couple, it's like, I'm kind of tired.
Oh man, yeah.
Running, my pace is super slow. Even stretching, Like I was tempted yesterday. I was like, man, I don't feel like stretching.
Dang.
And I gave my cousin this pre-workout that I have because I don't take it anymore. I look at it, and I'm like, damn, what if I just took a little bit of it?
Yeah. Yeah.
And then I kind of questioned it for a second. I was like, nah, man, fuck that. And I was just like, I'll just go out and get it over with. So I got it done. Went for a run today. So working out's going. It's a slow process. And it kind of still sucks, to be honest.
Yeah? Man. Sorry. I mean, I know what kind of like a little bit of how that feels when I like, because it's kind of like when you go into the gym off a pre-workout, you feel way different. You can lift way more. So you cut all caffeine entirely. And now you're going in this gym like.
This is officially 30 days. This is decaf coffee, if you guys are wondering. You're like, he's drinking coffee right now. It's decaf coffee.
Right, yeah. So no caffeination. No caffeination. I didn't mean to cut you there, but like I was just saying, like it's intense. I feel the difference when I go to the gym, and I'm just like, oh man, there's like no energy. Like you're normally in here and just pumping out.
Like, I definitely miss it, and I'm definitely like trying to not beat myself up and hoping that I can return to my previous energy state, like feeling like I'm caffeinated without being caffeinated. But it's taking a lot longer than what I would have expected, to be honest.
Yeah, because it's been 30
days, and I still feel like normal, kind of, I guess. Like a little bit less than normal, I guess. I feel the best that I've been, I can say that. But definitely not as good as like if I was on drugs. Simply put. So that's going. We're taking the process, but daily staying active. What else have I been doing, man? I did get a client this week. A new client.
Nice.
From a referral, actually, a guy I had met out on New Year's.
Really?
When we went to that event.
Which one?
We were all dressed snazzy and all that.
Oh, yeah.
With Austin, and Tiff. And, one of the guys I had met there, he was friends with these girls. I guess, like, we follow each other on Instagram and stuff. And then he referred me a client. And this dude's balling, man. He's kind of, like, well off. He's got, like, a business owner himself. They're bringing in a lot of revenue, and he's just like, I have this problem with my fitness. I can't get the results. I'm trying to lose weight, but I can't get the results. So we chopped it up. We met up. We chopped it up, and he signed up. So I got a new client. So
that's how it works.
I'm excited to help him get some results.
Heck yeah.
So that's a win for me. I'm happy about that. Some more income, some more opportunity to add value to others' lives, and I think that's all it is too. Is realizing like money, you get money for adding value to other people's lives. How you can add value. If you're working like in a factory, like how I used to work was in a factory. My value was to stack these boxes or to run this machine. They would pay me an hourly wage to do this specific task. And that was my value at the time. But now I've learned how to to give value by doing something that I enjoy doing, which is like exercising and training, which is like a lot more fun. I can be outside, I'm at the gym, talking to people, practicing sales skills, and it's a lot more creative, which is...
turn your talents to income.
Yeah, I've managed to turn my talents into income. A lot of thanks to you, my friend.
Hey, I mean, it's just...
In the power of the mastermind.
Exactly.
And this business thing, it definitely, at least for me, it's taking a while. It's taking a while. I think that at first I kind of saw like, I can start a business and it'll be like, I'll be rich like instantly. It's not quite the case. You have to develop your skills to the point of where people will pay you for this skill, and the higher level that you develop the skill, the more that they're willing to pay you, has more value. So that's just a tip, man, is to keep improving and to get a skill that you can monetize. Find a monetizable skill and get really good at that shit. Because the better that
absolutely.
you get at it, the more money that you can make. So
I want to add on
that's a
to
profound realization. It's kind of a continual realization because I have to keep going in and learning more and thinking about and learning how can I become a better trainer or become better at these skills and learn more skills that will bring me will add more value. Now you said yeah.
exactly like everything you said right there. I want the audience to like take that, extract it, put it on their wall, write it, like engrave it, because like that is literally the thing. Like it's not just you that business is taking a while longer than you thought. Me too. Every aspect, and even in myself, like I realize every phase, it's like I have to mentally change what I believe about myself. Like first, you're just a person who works, and now you're like I have to believe that I am capable of receiving money for my knowledge and skills. Like what? So then you have to build up the belief that you have value to provide.
Yeah,
And then
that's
after
true.
you do that, you start to then believe you're a business or you're this thing, you're a trainer, you're whatever that title is. Now you got to embody that. Now you got to start to learn how to communicate what you do and how it provides value to individuals so then they become your client. It's always this continuous learning cycle. Like even for myself, like there are some services that in my brain it just makes sense why it works, but to another individual they might not understand all the intricacies and the steps that go behind it. Like that's like for you being a personal trainer, you're like, all right, great, you could work out all the time, but if you're not going to change your diet, you're not going to be able to maintain any of these changes, and like you're not going to reach your goals as fast, right? But that person is going to be like, no, I pay you for workouts. I don't pay you to tell me that I can't eat cake or whatever I want. And it's like that, it all ties together, and they don't see it necessarily. So it's all.
I'll tell them that. Like, yeah, it does matter, actually. I will highly advise that you do not eat cake. Limit your cake consumption.
Said, but I want cake, so I want to build my physique by eating cake. Nah, but that's yeah, just some side convo. But yeah, no, like that gym in general, like it's a lifelong learning process. And even to this day, I'm learning like how to do things better. I'm learning how to do things more efficiently. I'm learning how to communicate it differently. And that's all. That's what it's gonna be.
Absolutely, man. So just to even add into that is like for me, I really started to gain that value and see the importance of it once I went to Purpose Training Studios. And I was working with my boy Austin and Tiff in their gym, and I saw the rates that they were charging and the value that they were providing, and learned a bit also myself, kind of refined my training strategy, and that kind of broadened my skill set, kind of increased my level of being a trainer, made me a better trainer. And then also the book How to Master the Art of Selling Anything. Once I had the skill, I had to go out and then get other people interested in it. You know, that's like marketing. That's all that I'm really trying to do on my Facebook and Instagram and these social media places is marketing and showing them the possibility, the benefits, why they want this, and kind of selling them the product, so to speak. So, but yeah, in that book, it kind of really showed me the power of like as a salesperson and whatever it is, if you're selling something, you kind of have the ability to have no cap on your income. Like at a job, at that factory job, my income was set, $19 per hour. That's it. It depends on how many hours I can work. I can only work so many hours.
Only 24 in a day.
Yeah, maybe $800 a week or whatever. But if I'm selling something, that income is depending on how much I'm willing to work.
Right.
So.
And like at scale, with the tools and resources that we have, before, you had to have probably like a one-on-one meeting or have a stage to try to sell to a group of people. Now I could make an individual piece of content, put it on a platform like TikTok, have millions of people see it, and have influenced millions of people. Sell one product to 10% of that million people for $1. That's $100,000
Right.
immediately.
Right.
You've reached 100,000 people that were interested enough to give you $1 worth of value for your video.
Yeah.
Immediately change your life in a day,
Yeah.
like that.
But so yeah, that's just that thought about this like new client stuff. So that's pretty awesome.
Yeah.
And what else did I do this week? Well, it's only Wednesday, so
I know, right? Yeah, it's like it's only
that's pretty good
halfway
for
through the
me.
week.
So I can't really think of anything else too crazy.
No, I mean, dude, congrats on that though. Like
Yeah,
getting
thank
the
you,
new
man.
client and everything through the Connect months ago.
Yeah, yeah, and that kind of also brings to me the power of like maybe I should kind of get out more and socialize because that's where that client came from. If I hadn't have gone that night, like I was trying to
Yeah,
stay home, I just
nah.
like didn't want to. It led to a connection that's bringing me more revenue. So I'm thinking I should just go out downtown and hang out and just pass out my business cards and just talk to people and just start to get to know people.
Yeah. I would highly agree.
The social media is cool, but there's something to also meeting people in the real world too,
Right. Like I look at it kind of like people will keep up with you through your social media. So you build it up and do the things, share it on social media. Share your ups, share your downs, share your story. Now, who's gonna care? That's how you gotta go out in public or in person and meet people who are gonna care.
Yeah.
Then you start, they're like, they follow you, you follow them back, they check out your stuff because they see you now because they just followed you. And then they start sharing your stuff because they resonate. And then you're gonna find more people like that person through that
Right.
interaction. And I used to very much like you. I was like, man, while you're out partying, I'm gonna be out working. But I could be out working.
It could be also work, networking.
Right.
Yeah.
So it's just a matter of like how I use all of my hours. Like I'm maximizing my work in the other hours of the day. So now this is a way to maximize it differently. I don't have to physically be on a computer or grinding or whatever. I could be doing the talking.
Yeah, at the bar, having a drink, talking to someone, talking to people.
And that's it. Just be a good person. Practice those skills. Get to know people. Increase your network. Increase your net worth.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Very true. Yeah, man. So, that's pretty much my week in a nutshell.
It's a pretty solid week.
Yeah.
Not gonna lie.
I'm not,
We dropped so many gems. I thought it was going into like topic dropping for the audience.
That kind of was a topic, I just that's the thought that I was getting as all of this stuff was happening, and something I've been thinking about, videos that I've been watching, so I figured I might as well share that. So
Absolutely. So, some more things that I kind of wanted to expand on that you had talked about a little bit was like how some things have taken a little longer than you thought would happen, right? So like even the business development and stuff like that, but you stuck through it. And so just like words of encouragement and words of motivation or inspiration for any of people out there watching, because like every good in this life will be tested. If you start to do something and try to make advancements and then you feel good about yourself, somebody might make a negative comment, and do you allow yourself to let that change your narrative? You might be financially making advancements, and then life throws a flat tire or something unexpected at you. How in your journey, what was the things that allowed you to keep pushing forward when things got tough?
that's a good question, man. I think I like to watch a lot of YouTube videos, so that helps. David Goggins, certain times, and there's been lows in my life. I think that pain of working a job and just kind of being like stuck in the matrix so to speak.
Yeah.
I think that kind of was enough to say like, yeah, I might get a job because I need some money and kind of work at this factory for a little bit, but like this sucks, so I don't want to stay here. So I'd rather be out like talking to people and trying to sell my product than to like be just putting these parts in this thing. You know, so I think that is a part of it. I kind of think back to that and kind of I'm grateful for, yeah, my business might not make a lot of money right now, but it's a lot more fulfilling and it's a lot funner, and I feel like I'm giving value a lot more than just like running a machine or like doing some factory work that a robot could do. So that's a part of it. Yeah.
No, that makes sense for sure.
But then, you know, you always got your why as far as like, you know, I've got dreams and goals and aspirations and things that I want. So that's a part of it too, you know, running from the pain of being a loser and running towards the pleasure of having a fulfilling life and all the things that I want and the ability to provide for a family and all that stuff.
So what if someone was going to say like, because I mean, they might challenge and say, well, you could provide by having a regular job.
Yeah, I could. And, you know, I'm not going to lie. Sometimes having a regular job, like, it was a lot easier. Like, I can think back to when I was just working at that factory. It was like I was comfortable. I was comfortable enough to, like, yeah, I had money coming in. Yeah, I can buy this vehicle and expend money on this frivolous stuff. I can order food. I can buy a ton of alcohol. It doesn't really matter. Weed, whatever. Video game. I wasn't really playing video games too much, but take vacations. That was my thing. I'd take a vacation. I can just come back and work some more, and I'll take a vacation and go travel and spend all this money, and it'll be all right. Just put in more hours, more overtime, and it'll be all right. But I feel like, what was I saying?
You were saying that you feel like
someone could challenge that and say, yeah, you could provide by working for a job. So, yeah, I was able to provide by working that job and do all the things that I was doing, but it wasn't fulfilling, so it really sucked. So I wasn't like, I didn't have my heart into it. Like every day, yeah, I could go and like turn up and party on the weekend and go travel and go to California and spend all this money and go out of country or whatever. But once I returned to that job, it was like, damn, now I got to work for like 3 months straight to like pay off all this debt that I made or like stack my money back up. And I really don't like it here. All these coworkers are bitches. And I don't like them. And they don't like me. Shit. Yeah. And, you know, that was really a problem for me. I really didn't like showing up to that place to do this work that I wasn't passionate about. At the time, I enjoyed working out. I enjoyed eating healthy. I was things that I'm really passionate about. Listening to podcasts while I was there on the clock, like fuck this job, and listening to podcasts about starting a business and like entrepreneurship and this diet and this workout, how to work out and stuff like that. And that was more like, this is fun, you know. That's a thing too. I mean, you know, I have no doubt that like say if it was a different job, like something I enjoyed, like working at a personal training studio, I probably would have loved that. Like I worked at Title Boxing Club, and that was kind of my first stepping into the fitness industry, like as an organization kind of deal more, working a job, just a part-time job. They're teaching those group instructional classes, group training classes, and that was like my first taste of it, but I enjoyed it. I noticed that, and I was like, oh, well, like this work, at this job, I like it here. But at this job, I don't like it here. So that kind of led me down the process. But yeah, it is agreed. I think it is. I don't think there's anything wrong with having a job. I kind of think that I wish I would have started more training while I was working at that factory job, like starting a side hustle. I think that would have been good. I did it a little bit, but I wasn't like full in. At the time, the job was taking a lot too, though. So it was kind of.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's my take on it. I think you could, provide value as a job, maybe if it's doing something that you like. Yeah.
There's two major things I'd like to pop on. One, I'm gonna say the first one and hope that I remember the second one.
Okay.
But if
I'll
I forget,
remember it.
Yeah, there we go. The first one was the way that you saw a job, which was a means to an end,
Right.
rather than this is the way. And that's the difference. Like, I realized, like, back when I also was like trying to go from having regular set scheduled jobs to being self-employed, it was after I saw that a job is to create, income, but what do I need that income for, right? If you're doing, like you said, you went on vacation and now you're like, oh, now I got to go and work for the next couple months so I can pay back what I just did, you're kind of living like a cyclical nature. Like, it's like
Habit loop.
Yeah, habit loop. So if I think differently and now I do different actions which don't cost money, I'm not just consuming, or I put my energy and efforts into things that then produce money outside of my job. Like for me, like when I had my one client, I was training them, it was like $30 a session. I was able to pay my car just by training him every month. And so then I started to not use money from my job to pay my car. And then I started to use money from selling workout plans to pay my insurance. And then all these little things like started supplementing where my money came from, and it changed my mindset on, oh, I don't need to go to a job. I just need to think differently about money and where it flows and how it goes.
Right.
And it being a means to an end, when you said if I had to go back and get a job, it's just for that thing. I got some bills I got to pay. I got to do these things, but I'm not staying in it as a lifer.
Yeah.
I'm doing it because it's just for this temporary time of my life while I'm putting energy into building a business.
And I try to make it something that I enjoy doing.
Yeah.
Like
So,
coaching or something like
right.
that. Yeah, I wouldn't mind working a job doing that.
Yeah, you'd get a job that would sharpen your skills in the thing you're trying to build, or something that like does not drain you. So when you go home to build your thing, you're not like, I just need to recover from the day. Like, that's not it.
Yeah, 12-hour shifts.
Yeah.
4 to 4, it's not.
Shoot,
Not fun at all.
Yeah, so, doing it like that, I think, is the smart way. And like you also mentioned that you would have more built this while you had a job. And I also, in my mind, said, like, I probably would have done the same. But then I also think about the reality of, like, because of the leap that I took, it made me, like, have to think and work hard to do it.
Yeah.
And I think that, like, if I would have done the route of staying in the thing, I wouldn't have taken certain actions that made me level up, and it would have been a slower process to get where I am.
Yeah, it would have been.
Right. But like, I definitely see it as like, I've said that before too. I was like, man, if I had both, build this on the side, maybe take 100% of that income, put it in just like stocks or something, and build a dividend investment account, and then that replaces your monthly income. Once you're at that point, which is only like 100,000, 120,000 range, then you quit the job. But that would be quite some time. And would I be disciplined? Would I put all the income from this into it? Would I spend it extra? Would I be like, oh, hey, I'm balling. I got all this extra money from my side hustle, and I got it. I don't know. And so I'm glad I did what I did, because it made me think differently. Put me at a different level for sure. Like, everyone around me, especially in the very beginning, was working way less hours and making way more money than me, because when I went self-employed, I'm working all these extra hours to learn and build the business, and I'm not making a ton because I only got a few clients.
Yeah.
I literally made just enough to pay my bills and get from point A to B and buy food for a while.
Yeah.
And then you level up.
Yeah.
So it's like, everyone's partying and inviting me to go out to the place. I'm like, I can't afford this. How am I supposed to do that? But then I think and I do extra things, and I'm putting all these extra hours in, and it makes it happen. But it is a struggle, and I feel like certain battles give you certain skill sets, and I think that, like, because you went on the route you did, you're further ahead than you would have been if you didn't.
Yeah, in some degree.
Yeah.
Mentally and like developmental wise as a person and like my skill set, I definitely think I'm farther along than what I would have been if I'd stayed in that same position. But maybe not like financially so much.
Yeah.
But that's all right. I think that's gonna come with the continued self development. You know, it's hard to make more money as a lower developed individual. You know, your success will never outweigh your level of self improvement.
I like that. Yeah.
You know.
Absolutely.
Yeah, man.
Got any other tips you want to talk about or things?
You said you had two things.
Yeah.
Did you?
I mentioned it.
Did you
The
mention
second
it?
one was the the starting while you have a job versus
Okay.
jumping and taking a leap.
Right.
And the first one was what was it? I had said it right when I had announced it. I was like, I'm going to say this.
I know, and I said I was gonna remember it.
I had said it, and we already talked about it.
Oh yeah.
Shoot.
Well, anyways, if
Yeah.
I had to give someone advice on what to do, I would say pick a job that you are going to use in your field, whether that's like sales. Sales is really good. You know, I could have switched from that factory job and done like a sales job. That'd have been great, selling cars or whatever, or worked in a gym. That'd have been a good idea to
Yeah.
start. And then work there and build my business. You know, stack up 10K, 6 months worth of savings. That's kind of what I wish I would have done. And, but it is what it is, So, I mean, if you're at that point where you're like, I want to start a business, I would suggest you to do something along the lines of that,
Oh, yeah. Yeah. I highly agree with the skill sets that you told them too as well. I realized like my personal journey to get to this point, I had jobs that made me learn those skills. I didn't even think about it like versus like the traditional jobs people get. Like they might work
Like
at
you were doing shit. You were working at the bank. That's
Yeah.
money.
Yeah.
Money's moving around. You're seeing people with money and stuff like that.
Yep. I had
Sales.
Yep. Like if we're starting from the very beginning, like my first job, it was just a mall job, nothing crazy, but like Abercrombie. We were supposed to sell the clothes though, so like we're supposed to walk around and talk to customers and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So starting to build that skill set where I'm actually engaging with people that I don't know. And then from there I went to Best Buy, and now I have to sell units, and I have quotas and goals. And so now I'm doing that for 3.5 years, developing the sales skills. During that time frame, I get a couple other jobs like Infinity, Grand Rapids, and stuff. But you said the bank, life insurance, the gym, all these places. I realize some people, they got jobs at like Target, where they stand around and fold clothes, and are not responsible for actually selling things.
Yeah.
And then I'm supposed to sell things. I'm supposed to have knowledge on products. I'm supposed to be able to problem solve and flex over to different departments and learn on the spot and figure things out. So like all these little skills that I just thought were natural were not natural when I go talk to other people who don't have any of that experience.
Yeah.
And so like the concept of talent to income kind of arose from that when I think of like, I know there's some people out there who they're doing a ton and they don't even realize it because they don't reflect on the skills that they're learning doing the everyday things that they do. And that puts them at a whole different level ahead of other people.
Right.
And the skill of communication, selling your ideas to others, if you have those two, you can go anywhere and be successful.
Yeah, that's the thing about sales is like if you are good at sales, you will never go without money because they're always going to need salespeople. Whether that's like standing at the car lot and just waiting for people to come in, and then you convince them or ask them the right questions as to why they want to buy this vehicle, they're going to need you there, you know. So I think that sales is gold, man. I wish I would have worked more sales jobs. I've had a couple sales jobs, but I was kind of deterred from it because it was like not a steady source of income. Like the factory is like, oh, you put these hours in, you get the money. Sales is like, if you don't sell anything, it's based off of your performance, which is a good thing, you know. But family members, and they kind of like talk to you. They're talking to me and kind of telling me, like, at a young age, when I'm easily impressible, kind of listen to them like, oh, you might not want to do a job like that. You better off to do something more stable, you know. But in reality, there's nothing that's truly stable, you know, like a job that can be replaced with robots. AI can probably fold those clothes or some shit.
Oh, very soon, if not now already. Yeah.
So it's good to develop the skills, you know, and then you got to think about the 10,000 hour effect and understand that it takes 10,000 hours to become a master, to achieve mastery at something. You know, I think it takes probably like 100 hours to say that you're good at something, 1,000 hours to say that you're great at something, and then 10,000 hours to say like you're one of the best at something, you know.
Mastery by Robert Greene.
Yep. Something along the lines of those principles. Mastery by Robert Greene. It's a great book. You should check it out. But yeah, so put yourself in a position where you're getting better at something. If you're working a sales job and it's 80 hours or like 40 hours a week, you're getting 40 hours of sales experience, 8 hours each day, where you can use your sales skills. So that's going to be great.
As long as you're present for those 8 hours.
Yeah.
Don't check out. Mentally be involved in the process of trying to either use your skills, learn better, or just observing how people are. Like, you know, because I just want to say people will be there. They'll sit in a position for years and not learn a thing other than how to skate through.
Yeah.
You know, and like you're literally like in a position where you could have learned all these different systems, computers, like people coming through the door all the time. But you ain't learned a thing. Yeah. Because you're just in here for the paycheck and wanted to leave and you're just on your phone checking and texting and all this stuff. Like.
Yeah. So I mean, even my position at the factory, like at first, like I learned the principles of like self-discipline. You know, showing up on time, working hard, you know, doing things in a timely and effective manner to keep the lines running smoothly, you know, management of the other employees, a little bit of communications. But after a while, kind of got old and I did start to check out. But then even during that, I'd be like listening to like hours and hours of podcasts and books and reading. That's where it all started, was like in the factory, locked in. Might as well listen to this book. It's boring. Might as well listen to these podcasts. So that kind of helps too. You know, if you got a job where you can listen to something and learn something, that's great too. But nothing's better than applying and a job that you can apply and use those skills. You know?
Right, as you were saying, the factory, how you were listening to podcasts and that became like your mental factory. Reminded me of something David Goggins said, because you know he built his mental factory by you know, listening to all the hate and thinking about what he overcame, you know, stuff like that, just building his mental factory. But what I was thinking is, I had a season very similar after encountering you, and you gave me the access to the audiobooks that you had. I listened to Think and Grow Rich as the #1 book, or the first book, you know, and even for that, for like my audience to know, all through school, I had, you know, we all had school assignments. When you had to read a book for class and like go and reassess it and do these tests, I would never read these
Essay
books.
And shit.
I would never read these books. Like, why would I need to? I would just like get the gist from other people and answer the quiz.
Right.
But I actually listened and read Think and Grow Rich.
Really? You were not a reader before that?
No,
really?
No, not at all.
Amazing.
No. Yes. And ever since that one book, now I'm like, oh man, you guys got to get this book. You got to do Atomic Habits. You got to do James Clear. You got like all these different. Take the Stairs, Roy Vaden. Like
that Think and Grow Rich was honestly one of the books that like popped it off for me. Like I'd listen to podcasts, and listen to like some books or something. But then there's one entrepreneur, I think his like name is I forget his name, but he was like all about Think and Grow Rich. Brandon something, but he's all about Think and Grow Rich. Think and Grow Rich. And he's like, read Think and Grow Rich. Brandon's tip, read Think and Grow Rich. So I was like, I think I had like noted it in my phone somewhere. I was like, all right, yeah, sure, Brandon, I'll listen to Think and Grow Rich. Months go by later. I just happened to pull out my phone and go searching through some notes, and it says, Brandon's advice, read Think and Grow Rich. And I'm like, you know what, fuck it. I'm going to look at Audible, purchase the book, start reading it. And then from there, it was like, boom. So read Think and Grow Rich. Will and Tyler's tip, read Think and Grow Rich. You know, that's a good one. That's a good one to read probably once a year. I'm a little overdue on it, but I understand the principles
Absolutely.
of the Think and Grow Rich. Even me talking about it, I'm thinking and growing rich, you know.
It's one, I have a reminder in my phone calendar set to go off every single month to reread a specific chapter of the book every month.
Yep.
If I get to some months, I will say I don't always get to it, but usually I do, and then like I'll probably listen to the rest of the book too.
Yeah.
But it's definitely key,
Yeah.
and like you said, to listen to it once a year or something, it does have a effect on you that is different every time you listen to it, because you have different experiences that you've brought now to the table.
Absolutely. Another one that's fire is like all of Napoleon's Hill shit is fire, bro. Like 100 years old, but this dude's like a fucking legend.
Yeah, that's
like straight up, like
top.
he's beyond his time.
Yeah.
He was way ahead of his time, bro. What was I gonna say? The book is Outwitting the Devil, bro.
Yeah.
Coldest book I've ever read. The coldest book I've ever read, bro.
Napoleon Hill was on it with that one too. Teaches you how to overcome.
Yeah, it teaches you how to outwit the devil, as the title suggests, how to outwit the devil. So definitely worth a read. Another good book is going to be How to Win Friends and Influence People by Dale Carnegie.
Dale, yep.
The legend. That was like the first self-development book I read.
Really?
Straight out of high school, I had that book in paperback from the library. I checked it out, but then I never returned it because I like moved. So I just had that book. I had a couple other books. I think someone stole it from me. So karma repays itself in a karmic cycle every 7 years. So I think I paid for the book though. So I think I got my way out. But either way, How to Win Friends and Influence People, that's another one I like to reread too. I'm due for a reread on that. A lot of good sales stuff. In that book that it applies to everything. Sales is kind of everything. Everything that you do in life, whether that's getting some girls, getting in a relationship, finding a spouse, finding a partner, working your job, working in sales, your family, it's going to have to do with sales. That's all it is. It's just how do you talk to people, the art of talking to people, because that's going to be very important, especially as in the future that we're heading towards. A lot of things are becoming autonomous and automated. They're still going to need people to do jobs, but the jobs that they need people to do, they're going to be people jobs. They're not going to be like computer jobs or just this autonomous thing that a robot can do. They're going to want people who can talk to other people, and those people are going to get paid good money. So people is where the money, the people have the money that you want. And hopefully you will have the value that they need.
There we go. Yeah. Remember you were kind of going back a little bit. You were talking about how that came from suggesting books, for them to read. And I was going to say another one that is also a very pivotal book would just be any of the books by we've mentioned Napoleon Hill already.
Yeah, all of his shit is fire. Read all of Napoleon Hill's books.
Library.
What is it? How to Own Your Own Mind,
Yep.
Outwitting the Devil, Think and Grow Rich. I think he's got like one. It's called Napoleon Hill's Master Laws to Success. Read all that shit.
Was that? Oh, really? Heck yeah.
Oh, say he's been reading
Yeah, he
it?
said he's been listening
Which
to it
one?
all week, yeah.
Which one did he say?
Which one? We'll see one
Oh, he's
second.
busy now.
Yeah, he's
But
busy.
Napoleon Hill, read that shit.
Yeah.
It's rich nigga laws.
Right, exactly.
Bottom
exactly. Like, what I would say is like the biggest tip though is to constantly consider what your influences are though. We're giving them book suggestions, yes, but like if you have this one book teaching you positive thinking and how to think differently, but your immediate environment is contradicting everything that is being taught, or you get on your social media and everything you see is contradicting everything you're trying to learn, or you listen to music which tells you differently than what the books say.
Worship the devil.
Yeah, exactly. There are so many different influences that we have every day that influences our thinking. And if you become aware of the things that influence your thinking, you'll realize what controls the actions you take every day.
Yeah.
And if you realize it, where you end up in the end of 5 years is just a compounded effect of the actions you take every single day.
Right.
So now, what actions are you going to take, and where will you be 5 years from now?
Yeah. And then your actions are based off of your thoughts. So if I listen to the song by Lil Yachty and he says, smoke weed, drink liquor, do this to these girls, it's gonna be in my mind to do that. I'm gonna be thinking down that track because it's in my mind. And that is going to get you to take those actions. You're going to drink, you're going to smoke, you're going to get with some girls. And then 5 years is going to go by, 10 years is going to go by, and you're going to be like 50 driving an Uber. Like, damn, what happened? Like, coffee? Oh, that's too much. I'm saving. I'm pinching my pennies now.
Dang.
So be careful of your influence because, and then to make sure that you're influenced by the right things. That's why I like that Outwitting the Devil, because it really did put a buffer between like, all right, like you have to like buffer, even though you're listening to the stuff or whatever, like don't listen to it first of all. And then if you do, like put a buffer between what's influencing you. It doesn't make it to the other side. It's blocked out.
Precisely.
Yeah.
I think that if they do listen to Outwitting the Devil, it'll show them all of the temptations that they have every single day, which then allows them to drift, which is what he says, into the lifestyle that you don't want.
Right.
And all it is, again, like some of us, we get into very creative modes. Like you might be a guy in high school, and then you're like, you decide you want to join the football team. And now you start to go down that path, and then you end up becoming like, a great player, and like you're moving forward. Now you've entered the creative zone for your life where you decided and you started to take control. Things will happen. Do you continue to stay taking control, or do you drift, give up your control to external situations, people, other things, or do you maintain holding the control and doing deliberate actions that are thought about creating a result?
Absolutely.
Like if you're a person who situation, let's just say you want to go buy a house, right? You want to go move, you want to buy a house some other state. Your offer falls through. Does that mean you can't move? Does that mean that it's not in your cards? Do you just quit, or do you go seek for another house? Like, if you truly wanted a thing, do you allow external circumstances to stop you from getting it? Or do you continue doing it? You wanted to go get a car, you don't have the cash right now, you decide that you wanted to go the route of financing, you go to the place, you don't get approved for a loan. Does that mean you can't get a car? It means no, you gotta work on your credit. It means you gotta get some cash. You gotta get some money. Whatever, but it just means you gotta seek alternative ways. You start your fitness journey, you're heavier than you wanna be, you can't do a single push-up. Does that mean you can't be successful?
Yeah. No.
Nah, yeah. He said,
I
yeah.
get what you're saying, but no, it doesn't. It doesn't.
Right. So I mean, all it is just like we take little things as such big things, and that often like stops us or paralyzes us from taking the actions that'll actually matter.
Very true.
So,
Very true.
what do you think though?
Sweet.
This is a lot of gems. So
Yeah, I
far.
think we dropped a lot of knowledge for him, bro. I think that might be a good point to end on.
I agree. I agree.
Yeah, okay.
About 55 minutes in.
Yeah. Oh,
Yeah.
perfect.
Very
Perfect
good.
timing.
Very good.
Perfect podcast for you to listen to on your long commute or during your morning routine or whatever you guys listen to podcasts doing, man. Or audio, YouTube videos. So, all right, man. It's your boy, Professor L. Will, CEO of New Wave Coaching, signing out.
And Tyler Wellness here with Eden Cafe and Modern Digital Group signing out as well. Also, let us know what you guys think we should name this thing in the comments below. See you guys in the next one. Peace.